Good morning. My name is Amber. I'm one of the coaches leading this group. If you don't know me, that's fine. I'm excited to get to know you during the next few weeks and few months that we're working together. I just wanted to introduce myself and then offer some advice on how to use Beachbody On Demand and get to know all of its functions. How to choose the right program for you for right now, especially because the focus of this group is following through and finishing and not quitting halfway. And then below here, I posted a link to a YouTube video, which I also really recommend that you watch. That's the next step. It's actually like a tour of Beachbody On Demand made by Beachbody Corporate. So there's lots of good information on there. So my name is Amber. I have been coaching for a little over a year and a half. In September, it'll be 2 years. So right there in the middle of 18 months and 2 years. I love running these challenge groups. I do it mainly for my own accountability, and I'm building a business out of it at the same time. So I get a lot of benefit from it. But most of all, I've been healthier and stronger and more consistent than ever before in my life because I became a coach. So my own journey has gotten way better just by adding these couple of things, extra things into my day. I have 4 kids. They are, my oldest is 8, our youngest is about to turn 3. So they'll all have birthdays in August. So right now they're 8, 6, 4, and 2, but soon they'll all go up a year. My oldest is going into 4th grade in the fall, which will be a whole new adventure because he's actually getting to be a big kid. And we have no more babies, so we're going into a whole new phase, and that's exciting. We live in Flagstaff, Arizona, which is by the Grand Canyon. And my husband is a dentist, but he works on an Indian reservation in a different town. So I do a lot of solo parenting at least 4 days a week when he's at work. And we're trying really hard to finish all the things that we have started as a family and as a couple and as individuals. So that's part of the impetus for this particular group. Okay, so Beachbody On Demand is a fantastic service. I love it. It's one of the main tools we use in these groups because it's filled with, I think, more than 40 fitness programs now, 2 really great nutrition programs that are outlined in detail and explained, and there's lots of resources for them on there. Lots of extra resources like the blog, all kinds of good things. So we want to make sure everyone knows how to use it and can use it to its fullest. The first thing I want to point out is that you can use it on multiple platforms. You can either use it straight on your PC through your web browser and just go to beachbodyondemand.com and sign in, and all the functions are there. Or you can use an app on your phone or on your tablet. And there are also apps you can use to stream directly from your TV. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone, you can use the app. The 2 different versions of the app are slightly different. Some of the search functions are different, whether you have iPhone or Android. But then the TV apps, there are only a few different devices that can actually use the app. But on any smart TV, you can still use the browser to be able to stream straight to your TV. So I use an Amazon Fire Stick. It plugs right into the back of the TV through an HDMI port. It's very small. You don't see it. It's not like a big box that sits anywhere. And we use the Beachbody On Demand app there on our TV. It makes life really easy, really quick. You can also use a Roku or an Apple TV or Google Chromecast, I think is what it's called. Any of the set-top boxes that are specifically made for streaming on your TV will use Beachbody On Demand app. But things like the PlayStation and other gaming consoles, they don't have an app yet. I'm hoping they will sometime, but they don't right now, so sorry. In the file section of this group, there is a document that explains which devices are compatible with Beachbody On Demand apps. So if you have a question, go ahead and search there. And if you don't know how to find the information files in this group, then ask your coach who invited you to join. It's really easy, but it might take a little experience before you can figure it out. So there are lots of ways to use Beachbody On Demand. Once you pick a program, then you can just go straight to the program. You can just search for that one program and start and press play. Each program has the videos has resources. There are two tabs. So there's videos and there's resources whenever you pick a program on Beachbody On Demand. And the tour video below this one will show all of that. So I hope you'll actually watch it and see how it goes. But there's also search functions in Beachbody On Demand, which I think are probably the most useful part of the way that it's set up. So you can search either by trainer. So if you know, for example, you want to do a Shaun T workout, then you can just search for his stuff and it'll just go up with everything that he does, or same with Autumn Calabrese or whatever. If you can also search by type of workout. So if you want to do weightlifting, you can just isolate those, or if you want to do yoga, you can just isolate those. If you want to do dance, then you can just isolate those. You get the idea. You can also search by intensity or experience. So if you want just really light, no impact workouts, you can search for those, or if you want something more intense, then you can choose those higher intensity options. I love the search functions. It makes my life easier, but my very favorite search function is by amount of time. So you can search by duration of workout. So I don't have a lot of time to work out. I've got 4 kids and I've got a business and I've got a life. So I like to keep my workouts under half an hour or shorter most of the time. Sometimes if a new program is coming out, I'll expand and make extra time to do a longer workout. But in general, I like half-hour workouts or less. So that's what I'll search for, 30 minutes or less. And I love how many choices there are being that quick. Okay, so how to choose the best program for you? Well, I'm hoping that in most cases, you've already talked about that with your coach and you've been given a personalized recommendation for something to start with. If not, that's totally fine. And if you already know what you want to try outside of talking to your coach, then you can just go straight there and give it a try and see if it works. But in this group especially, we want you to commit to a full program so that you can get the best results and so that you can have a calendar to stick with from day one through the end, so that you can actually complete something because it feels awesome. And also so you can be part of the Beachbody Challenge, which we'll talk about another day. But basically you'll win a free t-shirt and maybe even some cash prizes. So we want you to do the whole program, start to finish. So if you don't know what program you want to do, and if you have not yet talked to your coach, then I recommend first that you talk to your coach about your specific situation so you can get recommendations. And the second option is to use a tool called Challenge du Jour. It comes up as a regular program name on Beachbody On Demand, but it's not its own program. The way Challenge du Jour works is that Beachbody, not randomly, but kind of randomly, chooses a workout for you each day, and it changes each day, but it follows a set pattern where like 1 or 2 days a week it's cardio, or plyometrics. 1 day a week it's weightlifting or resistance. 1 day a week there's an active recovery or yoga or stretching. And so you get to see a variety of different routines from all the different programs, but it'll keep you from overtraining because you'll make sure you're hitting each major muscle group and each kind of workout each week, and not doing all weightlifting all the time, or like doing your back and buys 2 or 3 times a week and not doing your legs. Does that make sense? So it keeps it balanced, but you can still get a really solid routine going and really see progress as long as you're also tapping into the nutrition programs. So let me talk really fast about nutrition programs because there are 2 main ones, but each fitness program comes with its own nutrition program too. So how do you choose? Well, great question. If you're doing, for example, something like PiYo, it comes with its own nutrition program. Each fitness program does have its own prescriptive kind of nutrition program. And if you follow the fitness and match it with its own nutrition, you will have great results. But sometimes if you're doing multiple programs back to back to back, that can get complicated. So the majority of Beachbody programs, actually I'm pretty sure every single one of them, can fit into something called the Portion Fix system, which is using those little colored containers, and you calculate your calorie needs based on lifestyle factors, what your current size is, what your goals are, how much or which program you're going to do, so how many calories you're going to burn in exercise and things like that. And then you're given a number of portions of each kind of food you should eat each day. We'll go into more detail about this later, but just so you know what it is. And you can use that portion system for any Beachbody program. You do have to recalculate every time you start a new program so that you can make sure that you're matching your food intake to your calorie output. But again, we'll go into more detail about that later. Or the second major nutrition program is brand new. It's called 2B Mindset, and it's all about changing the way you have your relationship with food, changing your mindset about eating, about parties, about travel, that sort of thing. And it is completely non-restrictive. There are no limits. There is no eat this and not this. There is no eat just this amount. You can eat as much as you want, whenever you want, whatever you want, and it's more or less self-regulated. So there are benefits and there are detriments. I don't know what to say. There are positives and negatives, things that make it easier, things that make it harder than something that's really prescriptive. But both are really great. Both work with almost every Beachbody program. 2B Mindset should not be paired immediately with things like Body Beast or Hammer and Chisel or 80-Day Obsession that are really, really weightlifting heavy programs. Just because you need to get used to the fitness program before mixing it with something as open as 2B Mindset nutritionally if you want to get the results physically. So anyway, we can talk more about that one-on-one. So if you have questions, please talk to your coach directly. Go ahead and message them or ask questions in this thread. This is an open group. We want lots and lots of participation. We want lots of questions and opportunities to troubleshoot and help you through things. We want to hear what you're doing every day, and we want to cheer you on and hear about your successes and your failures all along the way so we can help everyone to stay on course and not drop off. That's the goal. Stay on course. Don't drop off. Life is going to happen. It's going to get hard, especially after day one. But we want to be a part of it. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to wrap this video up because it's getting long. Please also watch the second video, maybe later today if you're out of time. Just turn it on while you're doing dishes or vacuuming or something. And I will see you again soon. Thanks.